You guys have been showing up for the rugby video, so we're going to continue with rugby in today's video. 7 rugby laws. I just recently learned that they are not rules, they are rugby laws that you didn't know existed. This may be a terrible video for a first timer to react to because I don't even know the main laws. I think these are going to be some obscure laws. Yeah, I'm pretty new to this game. If you've never seen any of my videos before, you can check my channel. I have plenty of reactions to rugby, to soccer or football, depending on which country you live in, what you call that. Let's get into this.
Think you know everything about rugby? Well, hold on to your scrum caps because we're going to reveal 7 rugby laws you probably didn't know existed. Number 1, you can't score a drop goal after a free kick scrum. Drop goals are a rare occurrence in modern day rugby and involve a player.
So I know about a drop goal. In fact, I went to, you can find it on my channel. There's a video of me going to a NOLA Gold rugby game, which is a Major League Rugby here in the States, and they actually did a drop goal in that game. So I know about drop goals. They're pretty cool. In fact, we even do them in American football very rarely. It's kind of like an archaic thing, but it's always cool when a team does a drop goal.
1, you can't score a drop goal after a free kick scrum. Drop goals are a rare occurrence in modern day rugby and involve a player dropping the ball on the ground before kicking it through the uprights. This moment has defined players' careers, with famous ones winning World Cups, such as Johnny Wilkinson in 2003 and Joel Stransky's in 1995, the latter of which was off the back of a scrum. Now this was...
Can you just... so drop goals. When would you be allowed to do something like that? Are you able to just at any moment when you think you can pull it off, you just attempt it, or do you have to actually, because I know that like you can't just attempt a field goal in rugby, you actually have to be awarded a penalty or have scored a try to even try to attempt a field goal. But can you, or maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm absolutely... Can you attempt a field goal at any point in time? You guys let me know. I think I'm losing it over here.
Completely legal, as it was a normal scrum taken due to a knock-on. However, if your side wins a free kick and then opts for a scrum, it is then illegal to drop kick the ball through the posts. And law 8.29 states, when opting for a free kick, even when a line-out or scrum has been opted for instead, the ball must first become dead, or the opponent has played the ball, has touched it, or has tackled the ball carrier. In the event of this happening, the drop goal does not count and play continues. This could potentially mean that if you knock the ball on in your 22 in the dying minutes of a game, you're winning say by 2 points, you could maybe commit a free kick offense, like by through a early engagement or something like that, and then that would mean the opposition would be unable to score a drop goal.
This video is extraordinarily too advanced for a beginner like me. I'm going to continue with it, but I didn't understand the English that man was just speaking. Let me show you guys something actually really quick. Over on my Patreon, I just did another Rugby World Cup reaction, the 2011 World Cup final with New Zealand over France 8-7, and it was an insane game. I can't play too much of this over here on YouTube because it'll get blocked, but throughout the video I'm stopping and I'm trying to learn the rules, learn the game. So if you be invested in seeing an American like me try to learn what's going on in this beautiful sport, you can check out the Rugby World Cup collection. It'll be in the description of this video. And you don't have to become a monthly supporter. You can literally just spend the $5 American to watch all of the Rugby World Cup content that I post into this collection. And I'm going to try to go through every World Cup since 1987. So, all right, let's get back to the video.
Directly from a following scrum if they opted for one, which would be some interesting shithousery if you ask me. Number 2, at a free kick, you can opt for a place kick. Another interesting event around free kicks, and I promise this whole video isn't just about free kicks, is you can actually opt for a place kick. A place kick involves placing the ball on the ground, sand, or a kicking tee, and kicking the ball downfield but cannot be kicked into touch. This is normally used after a try for a conversion or from a penalty to score a penalty goal. Now, as we previously discussed, you can't score directly from a free kick, so you could only use it for territory gain. And if the ball goes into touch, I'm not entirely sure what happens. It doesn't say in the laws what happened. I couldn't find what happens because no one does this. But I would then assume that the line out would be where you kicked it from, or maybe it would be a scrum from where you kicked it from. So it's pretty much useless, as most players can punt the ball further and the ball can freely go into touch.
All right, guys, these are too advanced. So the place kick, you can't score from a free kick. So the point he was just saying, it would be more beneficial to just punt the ball, because most players can punt the ball farther than they would be able to. So the only reason to do a place kick out of a free kick would be only to gain ground, and you can't really do that. Guys, I'm trying my best to try to keep up with this, but I need to learn the basic laws. This video might be the stupidest video I've put up on the channel.
Number 3, you can score a try while in touch. Now, we've all seen referees stop the clock and go to the TMO to check to see if someone is in touch while scoring a try, for us only to see a player jumping for the line and graze their foot on the touch line and the try be disallowed. But in certain circumstances, you can be in touch and still score. As Law 8.2e states, a player can score a try in touch or in touch and goal, provided that the player is not holding the ball. This means that if you say kick the ball ahead of you and then went into touch and placed your hand on the ball to...
What does he mean by in touch? I thought that in touch would mean that you are within the boundaries.
Provided that the player is not holding the ball. This means that if you say kick the ball ahead of you and then went into touch and placed your hand on the ball to ground it from there, it would count as a try. But if you picked up the ball and then grounded it, the try would not count. This has happened
So in touch would be you go outside of the boundary line and come back into the field. I guess the terminology is just throwing me off, because I imagine that into touch means that you're inside the boundaries. You're in play. You're good. If you're in touch, you should be able to score. But he seems to be using it as a negation of that. So in touch means that you went out of bounds.
Occasionally over the years. You can see it here with George North's try right at the end of the Scarlets v Ospreys game in 2012. He's lying over the dead ball line and touches the ball down, and the try stood. Number 4, the squad size is dependent on the number of front row replacements. A matchday rugby squad can...
Wait, so it doesn't matter where the ball's at. Okay, so that's confusing to me. I just assumed that the ball has to cross the goal line. But in that such scenario, he's crossed the goal line, but he touches the ball. He touches the ball down, so it's a try. I may have missed the point of that last one. Let's back it up a little bit.
Let's try right at the end of the Scarlets v Ospreys game in 2012. He's lying over the dead ball line and touches the ball down, and the try stood. Number 4, the squad size is dependent with George North's try right at the end of the Scarlets v Ospreys game.
I want to hear the explanation of this one again.
The try would not count. This has happened occasionally over the years. You can see it here with George North's try right at the end of the Scarlets. Means that if you say kick the ball ahead of you and then went into touch and placed your hand on the ball to ground it from there, it would count as a try. But if you picked up the ball and then grounded it, the try would not count. This has happened occasionally over the years. You can see it here with George North's try right at the end of the Scarlets v Ospreys game in 2012. He's lying over the dead ball line and touches the ball down, and the try stood. Number 4, the squad size is dependent on the number of front row.
So he kicked the ball forward. He kicked it ahead, went in touch, and then because of that, he was able to reach back across the dead ball line, and the try stands. Let me communicate with you right now. I do not know what I'm watching. Maybe I should do a rugby laws reaction. That's what I should do. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, guys. This is an excellent video. Go check out who's this? Connor Does Rugby. Yeah, check out Connor Does Rugby's channel. It is not for beginners on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this shenanigans, tomfoolery, and whatnot. I hope that's not a bad word or means something different from Americans. This has been nonsense. I hope you guys like it. Smash like on the video.